G'day, mate, and welcome. Aren't they worms? Shh, Stinson. G'day, mate, and welcome back to Factorio. We're on the community map, and I'm streaming, of course. And if you're not watching the stream, it's your own fault. You should come watch the stream over on Twitch. And I'm going to be doing fun stuff like clearing train tracks today, because that's just the job that has to be done.
There's actually a trash train earlier.
There is a trash train up there, but I don't know what's on it.
I don't know, but it's like at the 600k mark. Got its own little siding.
Yep, and unfortunately somebody's parked it outside radar range.
Yeah.
It's empty, I put it there.
It's got trash in it already, I can see that.
Not my fault.
It's empty, ready for use. Excellent! So I got something to drive forward and clear the train tracks with. Hang on. Oh, that's right, I died.
Hi, Sonny.
Do I have robots? Do I have anything? I have robots, I have fuel. I have 4 rocket launchers for some reason. That can't be good.
So your stream caught the conversation, but I don't think Sonny did.
No, maybe. I don't know. Nobody wants to know about your gross toenails.
No, everyone wants to know about that.
No, nobody wants to know about your gross toenails.
I mean, he pulled out something that was like an inch long.
Yeah, nobody wants to know about that. Alright.
Covered in blood.
So.
Spiky.
Important things. And Kyle is here still? Is he? He was. Kyle is here, but Kyle is muted. Okay. So.
He is here, but he needed to go puke.
Oh, okay, because he heard about your nails. Yep, I would do the same. Okay, so chat's telling me that I can't look. I have more map service, hit 20 gig of RAM, something doesn't stop. Okay. Penguin, you do not take my train to the front and nuke him. I was already close to the front. And yes, I intentionally ride in a 1 train, not a 1-1, so people can't move my train unless they do it manually. There is sanity here for a reason. Okay, the server is failing hard. I'm at 30 UPS and more often than not keeping up. Alright, zoom in on super, zoom in on a train, so hopefully we catch up. Or maybe even... Come on, stream, you can do it. A game. I think that made it worse. Maybe do that. No, super zoom in on a train we go. Okay, so... When this hits YouTube, which will be Friday my time, 9 AM Monday my time, if you're around, there might be 2 Krakens firing, not my fault, entirely your fault. Hi, Future Eagle. I'm going to be doing the next GM8 event. So the next GM8 event, it's slightly different from the previous ones. It is a team of 8 players only. And we've been told we need to make a magic blueprint. And I had the link to the blueprint. And I have no idea if I still have the link to the blueprint. Let me find the link to the blueprint. So this is the blueprint that they've provided us, which I will put up on the stream so everybody can see it. Main screen, that one. So that's the blueprint that we've been told we have to make. And it honestly doesn't look that hard, right? Exterm's already complaining about how hard it's going to be. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, so I need a crap ton of concrete, red circuits, and steel for centrifuges. Even more for nuclear reactors. Apart from that, it's not that hard. Where are recipes for... Centrifuge is iron, steel, advanced circuits, and concrete. And reactors is all of that, plus more with some copper. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a shit ton of steel to make a shit ton of reactors to wherever I put that webpage. To make all these reactors. And don't get me wrong, the second we finish it, I'm putting fuel in every one of these, I'm heating them up, and I'm shooting one of them, because I know they go off like little bits of dynamite and blow up like a nuclear like a nuclear explosion. So I'm building the blueprint, I'm saying we won, and then I'm shooting one of them and watching the whole blueprint that they've maybe put down blow up, because why not? We paused. Labs could be all... Okay, I can't read chat. Oh, Eagles at 5k jumps. Excuses. So yes, they have said that they're going to make it harder with research. Exterm in the mad science, whatever we ought to call the series, Earth Mad Science thing, said it was 8 times normal research, which I really hope it's not, because it's just going to make the event longer. Mad science, mad Earth, mad science, madness. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I really hope it doesn't take... I really hope they don't bump it up too much, because they've told us it should take between 6 and 12 hours. And this one actually falls on my Saturday with all the kids at home. And I have no way of kicking all the kids out of the house for a day, because we've got a birthday the week after. So we actually need to have people in the house, like the children, tidying up, because we're going to have everybody over a week later. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. I will be streaming it, even with people in the house. Come on, Eagle, catch up faster. Yeah, I will be streaming it, depending on... under 500. Excellent. That's good enough. What am I talking about? I still got another 70k. Alright, fine. Catch up all the way, then unpause. I got miles of train tracks still to cover. So... yeah, I will be streaming it, depending on how, well, I will be streaming it, depending on kids and how bad they get, because you do not want to hear 4 kids go at one another. That's a pleasure only reserved for parents. At the same time, I've still got miles to go. At the same time, just happened this morning that I've got a scratch at the back of my throat that's not going away. So I'm now actually a little bit concerned about that. But the other thing for this competition, and one of the reasons I'm really hoping we can take the win for the event, is this is the prize this time around. It's a pretty jacket. Right? I did have do I still have? I did have this one, which you know was proposed to be sent to us, because originally the team name I was going to go for was Team Losers, just so I could hear Eden announce live during my stream that the competition winners for the GM8 event number 3 would be, the winners were Team Losers. So he sent me this picture and warned me it would be in all pink, and I'm like, okay, maybe not. So we need to work out a team name, and I don't know, I asked for people's opinions last night and haven't had a check to see what the answers were. Yellow brick road. No, don't need a yellow brick road. We need a nuke road. It's not like first-person shooters where you can rocket jump to yellow brick road because you're from Oz. No, I asked team losers, team Kraken. I asked whether people want to have team losers, which was my first choice, right, or JD players, and I think last I looked, JD players was the win, with like 3 votes out of 8. So it's only going to get to the halfway point in which majority wins, and voila, that's now the team name. Team AFK, I don't mind that either. We'll see what happens for the next team, next event. Where do we vote at? Team TBC. To be confirmed. I already put in Team TBA, to be announced, because I registered the team because like everybody's been on my case of like, who are you going to choose for your 8? And I'm like, I don't know, I'll work it out. I've said I'm not going to do anything till a week beforehand because Mojo wanted that time. How far have we explored the map? 660. The bot killers. Well, we have, Stinson gave me an update, we have killed like 20,000 bots or something. 20,000 lost. How many have we killed? None. We haven't actually killed any of our own bots. That's a good sign. It means they don't get swept up in nukes. 661k right now. There you go. But we have killed. No, lost. Actually, I think 200. Oh, that's curved rail. How much straight rail? 7,000. 7,000 straight rail. We have killed. In fact, after biters and trees, that is our topmost kill. Including above some of the other random trees. We have also killed 3,000 of our own laser turrets. Yeah. It's this one that gets me. Like 911 artillery wagons have either been nuked or run over with other trains. The kill construction bots on the bottom right side of the page. 1. Oh wow. Some poor bastard killed a robot. Rude assholes. Okay, I want that. I want one of them. No, nobody gave me radar coverage. Yeah, 87 players lost. Yep. Playing on this server with you lot is obviously dangerous. So yeah. We will be streaming. Well, I will be streaming. Mojo should be there as well. I don't know if he'll stream it or not. What else? The kill command, the kill Carl command, which I've been waiting for Carl to get back, but he's taking forever, should be here. And it should be running. It will be linked to bits and donations. So if you missed the last event, the idea is those who donate get to hopefully I'll be able to set it up so Nightbot runs the command and Kyle will get flung off into I don't know where. How many of those 87 are cracking deaths? Well, that's what I died to yesterday, but that's 87 is kills. So I'm pretty sure that would be a death, a loss, not a kill, because we definitely haven't lost 175 players to biters. Kills is when you got nuked by another player. A loss or a death is purely when a train and you got too close to one another and one of the two of you didn't survive. Come on, go away. Come on, robots, recharge. Excellent. Yep, I'm leaving bots behind already. This is not a good start. How many? Oh, to the biter kraken. I have no idea. There's at least been 10 or 20 deaths from people going to the left. To the left of the map and meeting the biter kraken. So I want to go to 600k. Train ride number 2 for the stream. Splat, yeah. There's been a few splat incidents on this map. Now, so we want to go up to here. No, you're returning. So, first question I have is, do we have another crossover station? Because if I remove this one and there isn't one, it means all the Krakens will stop, which would be bad. No, I'm good. There is another crossover? Yeah, there's one at 610. Several. There are lots of them. Excellent. So where's 610? 610's there. I want another one of them, and we're going to filter that to be... Oh, hang on. Oh, come on, game. You can do it. We want to remove that, and we want to unremove that stuff. And I want to remove that, and then I'll unremove that stuff. Double Kraken firing again. Thanks, Stinson. Alright, we want to filter you to do lasers, track, more signals, all the signals, and the stations, and the power poles, and any random body chests that might be on the track. Oh, and large power poles. So from there, left. So who else has this 10-second chat lag? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why I seem to have such chat lag. Now the question is that chat lag from you type it there and then it takes 10 seconds to show on the screen? Or not? Or is it just 10 seconds between you saying something and me reading it? Boo! No lag. Yeah. So, no lag for Stinson. Is that you typing and me seeing it? Or is that you typing and it showing up on the screen? And there was silence. That's a lot of crap my bot's going to have to pick up. For you saying something in Discord. Mobile. Oh, okay, but that's you hearing it through Discord, not hearing it through the stream. The 10-second is me sending it and it appearing. So if you're sending it, so first off you have to type it, it has to go to the Twitch servers. Then from the Twitch servers, it then has to go... We don't need any of that anymore. So it has to go from you to the Twitch servers, from the Twitch servers to... There's a station there called JD. Except my body's not there. Damn. What do I want? I want 620, 610k. 610, there it is. Do that. And then scroll. Okay. So, you type it, it's got to go to the Twitch servers, then from the Twitch servers to my PC, from my PC, appears on the screen, goes back to the Twitch servers, and then, then the stream goes out of my PC to the Twitch servers, and then it finally appears on your screen. So, I'm not surprised. I live in Australia. I have no idea where Twitch does their chat, but I really, really feel like it's probably one chat massive server bank somewhere. Not like I'm streaming out of Australia, so I really doubt that my chat happens to be hosted in Australia, is what I doubt. So, who knows? I do know that I'm not adding any delays, and there's nothing I can do to fix it. Unless it's auto-added by Streamlabs, but I highly doubt it. Okay, so now all I gotta do is get there. 30,000 tiles. Yay! Alright, and yet the grand push is still being pushed. Stins is up there shooting artillery. Did you take out the random biters that were back there? Active enemy on chunks. Nope. Good one, Stinson. One job. This lot. They are worms. You sure? It's saying that they're expansion tiles. There's also random biters here, there, and everywhere that need to be flattened. So, let's turn off all those overlays. Who's hoping that wooden chest isn't full? I know my luck. It's going to be full. And it's going to be full of something critically important, like wood. So yeah, we're at 662. Which is not nearly as much as I thought. Which also means we're behind schedule and not my fault. Crap, we're not behind schedule. Shit. Okay. I'm still really hoping that you guys don't make it. New Kraken to come deal with it. Look, Stinsy, you grab the little boom train that we've got still back at base for some reason and call that to deal with it. That's like 600,000 tiles away. And it would arrive tomorrow. Not quite, man. It would arrive in an hour and a half. 2 hours. So yeah. So what do I have to cover? I want to cover during the stream. So, it's Thursday my time, Friday when YouTube's seeing this. You're not going to be behind schedule for at least another 14 hours and 15 minutes. No, midnight is in 11 hours 15 minutes. So by the end of the day, we should be at 666. But I can already see we're going to be well past that, which sucks. So, yeah, me live stream because you're watching this on YouTube. It's Friday when this goes up on YouTube, give or take. So, I've got 1 week of life left, I guess, before school holidays start. So during school holidays, normally I pre-record a lot of stuff. But obviously that's sort of failed a little bit between PCs dying and the whole Earth madness science thing coming around. So I haven't had as much time to pre-record as possible, as normal. So I don't know what's happening over the school holidays. Unfortunately, guys, I've just decided you're just going to have to deal with whatever happens. Should also, still be a video a day. No idea what it's going to be. Because I am going to add over the next probably 2 or 3 months, I am going to start having some of the series we've just started recently, like the Universe Sim and 2 Point Hospital and the other one I can't remember. Oh, Oxygen Not Glued. Oxygen Not Glued is going to come back. I'm going to have a lot more of those on the channel regularly. You'll still get a video a day. It won't. You're just not going to be guaranteed. It's going to be a Factorio video and something else a day. You'll still find random days where you end up waking up in the morning and finding out, yay, the Super Dupes game? No! Oh, the Super Dudes game. Okay. Oh, Stupid Dudes. Stupid Dudes. See? Now I read it. Unfortunately, where my second screen is set up currently, it's right in the middle of a mic boom arm, so I actually have to read through the skeleton framing of the arm. It's really bad. Yeah, it's another problem to fix when the Mojo PC actually gets finished being built and put in place. Which is actually what I'm going to end today's stream early-ish and go do. So, won't have to pick up the pace unless you fail to reach 60 in 14 hours and 13 minutes. You still got the time wrong. Still got the time wrong. It's only till midnight my time. And you're also assuming that I'm going to give you the whole of the 30th to complete it. Not just, like, part of the 30th. So why do you want us to fail? So I can do the event again. You assume Jetty plays fair. You do assume that. So yeah, school holidays means less ideal recording time is probably the best way of putting it. And I also have a lot less free time. Make it both ways next time. No, I was just going to make you race to the left. You know, with bots only, because you can't walk to the left. So we'll have to do... You have to do robot landfill and have all the chests be... Like, you use buffer chests, like, along, but, you know, it'd have to all be done remotely with robots. With scrolling. And fighting biters remotely with lasers that are like 5,000 tiles. 25,000 tiles back at base. I guess you could build trains remotely? Yeah, you could build trains remotely. But we'll just have, like, you know, a moat down the middle with railway tracks and then biters on either side. You got to build through the biter territory. And biters can't cross because I won't... Yeah. Oh, God. See? This is a good idea already, and I literally just thought of it. That sounds great. Let's make it happen. Look, I would definitely give out medals if you guys even made it to 250,000 tiles. That sounds horrible. Horrible. Not to mention, I'm sure there'll be some idiot that gets on and goes, "Let's concrete the world!" Oh, God. So yeah, school holidays starting. I have less free time. Well, I have less free time and less recording time. So, no idea what's happening. You can't build trains with bots. You can build train tracks with bots. I was going to concrete up the rail tracks on this. Dude, I'd love to see it, Stinson. I have thought about doing it myself, jumping in a train, getting my mouse pointer set up, and pressing the forward button and just pasting down concrete the whole way. More cure. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Yeah, you manually build the trains on the part that you can stand on and have I don't have jumps, but it's close enough. Thanks, Stinson. Yep. There we go. I'm gonna need more armors. Oh, crap. Okay, so I need that armor first. Oh, and my armor's dead. Excellent. I didn't pre-charge it. Now I finally have your PC. Oh, no, I finally have my PC back then. Awesome! So yeah, school holidays, no idea what's happening. That's pretty much the promise I'm trying to get out there. Yeah, so no idea what'll happen. It's just going to be what it is going to be. Going forth, there will be more not random games, but more games in general. Because, like, Colonel Will suffers Factorio burnout every 6 months, 3 months, right? And he'll just go off playing Factorio entirely for 2-3 months. I haven't got that bad. I have taken like 2 or 3 days off, or sometimes a whole week off Factorio at a time, which is really nice and really refreshing. But I'm getting to that stage, you know, I'm getting to almost the Colonel Will stage a little bit, where I'm really suffering burnout from basically my own maps. I don't mind the community map because it's entirely different. But my own playthroughs that go up on YouTube, which I really do enjoy doing, but they just... They just, yeah. It gets a bit long sometimes. Okay, do you have... Okay, you've got good fuel I need to take out of you. Do not have a train accident at this point, JD. That would be bad. That's jumps. Stinson! So yeah, I've been trying to play 2 Point Hospital, and my PC prior to having to invent the Franken PC would record like 15 minutes and then crash religiously. The Universe Sim was a little bit more forgiving for some reason. I have no idea why, but it would do much the same. So yeah, so I want to get back into those games, and I enjoy playing games, honestly. Alright, I really want to make sure the channel is not just heavily based on one game. It has a lot of different games, and I won't go as far as different genres because, yeah, but definitely different games, and to a certain amount, game styles and game types. So I want wood in there, and I want wood in there. Actually, I don't even want you to have wood. Give me that. You get no fuel. You got the orders? Good. You get no fuel either. One of you gets wood. Alright. Swap armors. Because yes, we've actually worked out how to almost automate this process. And we want you to go to 610. Go! Actually go. Speed, 1 km/h. That is the slowest moving train ever. Why so slow? You're literally just taking that much time to accelerate up, are you? Damn. So it turns out this was almost the maximum size for a train. It's alright. After it starts rolling, we're good. Wrong number of locos. There's a fueling station in the game when we hit 660s. That's fine. No. No, I'm going to need a second loco. Somebody's put too many wagons on this. Because I want the speed to get up to like... I want it to accelerate slowly and get up to around about 40 k's an hour. No, you're not going to maintain your speed. Damn. Come on, game. I want to put a train on the front. Let me. Please. Please, train. Please, train. Please, game. Oh, finally. After we're actually going backward. I just saw the train go backward. Oh. Yeah. So, obviously this train's slightly too long. Somebody's custom built it and they've got it slightly off. But it's alright. My armor's flat already? Oh, don't jump out of a train. Leave it running. Or I put on the wrong armor. That one. Crap, all my armor's dead. This is not going to be good. All my armor is dead. Give me your 2 reactors. Put 2 reactors in there. 3 roboports. heard about the train displacement movement method? You can reach up to 800 kilometers an hour. No, what the hell? Do tell, Socks. Come on, server. So yeah, school holidays are going to be interesting. Now, in saying that, there's been lots of games I've wanted to add to the channel, and I haven't had a chance to yet. No, we're still going too slow. So it gives me a bit of time to charge the armor. So I've been wanting to add a favorite that was asked for during a previous stream when I think I showed off my Steam library or something, and lots of people realized I own KSP and asked why the hell is there not a KSP series. So I'm going to look at starting to do a KSP. That one I'm guaranteeing you that there will only be one episode a week. That looks like the right number of wagons. Yep, that crawls to a start. But it should also cap its speed. Or not cap its speed, but get very, very close to a steady speed of a nice low number that lets the bots not get lost. So yeah, KSP's been one I've been looking at. City Skylines was another one that showed up in one of my streams, and people asked, why the hell haven't I done anything about a stream on that? And the answer is, I'm now going to. So if you into either of those games, pay attention, watch out. The community maps will still keep running. So community maps will still keep running. I've been doing about an hour stream or two every second day, which seems to be a number that I'm fairly happy with. Yeah, it might drop down to once every third day. I don't know, because with KSP and City Skylines there'll be a lot more editing involved. But now I have a new PC thanks to, well, a newer PC thanks to Mojo, which there'll be links to his channel during the GMA event, and I'm pretty sure there are already links to his Twitch channel in the description for the Earth Mad Science Madness Earth thingy map. So yeah, go say hello to him, give him some love, tell him that I said thanks for a PC, because he's another Australian who actually shipped me his old PC, which I still do not have running. Well, I don't have up and running in the sense of it has OBS and Factorio and everything else on it. It is up and it is running and it has Windows, and that's as far as I've got, because kids take time, which is probably the #1 story of my life. I have not nearly enough free time. So yeah, there's that, and Commotion Socks has been busy typing away in chat. That my throat hurts. And Socks, so I have not heard about the train displacement method about jumping from train to train to train, but I have seen the rocket silo one in, what's his name? Arrow in my Gluteus Maximus YouTube channel. And again, that's somebody the guy only does a video like once a month, but they are always high quality and hilarious. And in some ways, I really resent that he has the time to make these videos and then spend the time editing them, because whenever I try to do, the shorter I try to do a video, literally the longer I spend editing and doing stuff. Even my tips and tricks ones, which are just a straight recording, no editing involved, they take 6 re-recordings. Again, I don't run with a script, so, you know, I have to go through the whole video a few times before I end up with a working script that I can memorize and rattle off fairly quickly. But it takes me an hour to do one of those. Whereas, had I just, you know, recorded it, made it, you know, 15 minutes long, I probably would have recorded it once. So, yeah, editing takes time, a lot of time. Here's the speed I want to go at. Perfect. Actually, probably 1 cargo wagon less. Why is there a Kraken at the Stinson Express station? No idea, Eagle. I heard Stinson had an issue with a Kraken, or maybe it was the Stinson Express, and maybe he had an issue with the Stinson Express, and it became a Kraken after the damage was cleaned up. That's always possible. That's the broken Kraken. There you go. And yes, if you have a loco on wood with exactly that many wagons, you run at the grand speed of 28 kilometers an hour, automated. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, KSP, City Skylines, Factory Town, now that actually runs. Because the last update refused to run on my PC. Wait, did the Stinson Express die? I don't know. My watch is connected to my Discord, which means somehow you guys managed to, between the hours of 8 AM and 9 AM, send enough messages over Discord when it was on my wrist that it went from 100% charge down to like 40% charge in an hour, because you just shot that many messages through Discord that quickly that it flattened the battery. Blooper, welcome. Welcome. So yeah, new things coming to the channel, old things coming back to the channel. I do want to finish off both the Factorio series, both the Belt series and the both the Belt series and the Transitioning the Mega Base series, because I really want to see how they both compare. And sorry about helping to kill your smartwatch. Thanks, mate. You're really not sorry. I know you're not sorry. I know none of you are sorry. What else? I am thinking of... So, Commotion Stock sort of ruined it. That's why I've been avoiding his comments. Right. So, the Race to the Edge has been fun. And there's been a lot of involvement. And unfortunately, I'm not going to actually get to edit a video until next week. A short cut down video of the Stinson Express and some of the other big things. Which I then want to post to Reddit, which then people are going to want to play. And the map will be ending next week sometime. So yeah, it means I do want to run this map again. And I want to run it probably... Oh, stupid flat batteries. I do want to run it again, probably around about Christmas time. Okay, how much range does that give me? That much. How much range does that give me? That much. We'll see if this works. But I was going to ask Mojo if he can flip the map. And rather than... Oh, you never want to see this map again? Really? What happens if we raced left rather than right? My first question. My second question is what happens if we used rocket silos? So we had a train track at the top, and then right through the middle of the train, between the north train track and the south train track, there was a room set up for a rocket silo. No commotion socks, it won't lower the RAM usage. So train track, rocket silo, train track. And every single rocket silo had to be loaded with a car. Never launched, just loaded. So the idea was it means you've got to make a lot of rocket parts. But it means you would have an express lane to the front line. You could jump in a rocket silo and press the enter button a lot. Right? And teleport from rocket silo to rocket silo to rocket silo. And like use that to get to the front line. So rather than an hour and a half journey, you could break your enter button on your keyboard and get there potentially in 5. I think I worked it out. From one end to the other was like 28 minutes or something, from 0 to a million tiles. So Commotion Sock says that's a great idea. And as for the RAM, I can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, when a character runs down the middle of the map, it explores 500 tiles above and below it. The map generates tiles 500 tiles above and below. So at the end of the day, they're generated even if you can't see them. Because obviously, you know, if you look at my map view, I can't see the tiles all the way top to bottom. But they're already pre-generated. Right? It's why when you shoot artillery, if you're shooting artillery a little way into the black, and you're firing lots of shells to explore a large area, there's no real load time, because those ones further off will get generated when they'll be scheduled to be generated at a later stage, basically, right? Whereas if you shoot artillery far out to explore, you'll actually see the game like crash and pause and wait whilst they're actually being generated.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Should I have unpaused? I thought you were waiting for me to unpause it.
I am waiting for you to unpause. And then
Alright, I did.
Oh no, Peanut Gary's...
Cool.
Peanut's catching up like a beast.
Yeah, we don't need to pause for him.
Could you at least force the players to run only along 0Y? I could. So that's really the only advantage. I don't know how much of a RAM difference it would make. I think the only way to do that is to... I actually think the only way to do that, Commotion Socks, is to unreveal the whole map, get on a train track... No. You're here, Blooper. You know stuff.
Hey, that's me.
Yes.
What do I know?
So, from the Y position, a 0Y, the game generates... Where do you need me? Peanut, on the front line. I really hope you're not at spawn. So, from the Y, the game generates 500 tiles above and below you. Are pre-generated. Yeah. The terrain's pre-generated, the chunks, the whole works. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've got the tile, we've got the map cut to 1,000 tiles top and bottom. Right? And that just means from that point on, all the tiles for whatever period are just black void tiles, but they still can exist if somebody runs to the edge of the map. 500 tiles past that's also generated. So rather than the map being 1,000 tiles, it could end up being 2,000 tiles with 500 tiles of black, 1,000 tiles of actual terrain, and then 500 tiles of black, correct?
I don't see why not. I'm not too familiar with how the map works, though.
So my question is, if I void chunks... No, if I delete the chunks... So if I delete chunks for the whole map, do my train tracks still exist, or they also go?
They would go with the chunks, I would assume,
Okay.
because that's kind of the map is stored in chunks, and the chunks contain whatever you've placed, presumably.
So if I delete everything from one chunk above the train track in the middle and one chunk below the train track to the middle, to the top and the bottom of the map, to the end of the map, and then get in a train and ride down the middle of the train track, it would generate every chunk that I, to the top of the map and to the bottom of the map as I rode the train.
Yeah, I think so, unless you do the voiding.
Well, that's what we found out. If we void... So we were looking at voiding down to, a solid black just above and just below the train track, like 2 tiles difference.
Yeah.
And we found out, it turns out that just because it's voided, all those tiles actually still... all those tiles still actually exist. And they actually have data in them. They're just blackness. But they exist. So I'm trying to work out how to... If I ever do this again... if I ever do this again, what's a way we can cut down the RAM usage? Because that's been the biggest hurdle for a lot of the players. How much RAM this map chews. It's not a UPS limit, it's a RAM limit for something entirely different. And honestly, a little narrow strip map looks pretty stupid. Just putting it out there.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So can the stream. So keep all language to Australian levels or lower.
My apologies for interrupting.
No, it's fine.
Question, where do you need me?
You're the one with super duper fast computer, aren't you?
I am.
So first I'm curious on what you're running.
I got a build from NZXT. It's a i7 8700K, 16 gigs of Trident Z RGB RAM, EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti superclocked.
Okay, so you just open up your wallet and said, "Here, please take it all."
When I got out of the Navy, they paid me a large sum of cash for all the leave I didn't use, so I figured if I didn't get to use it for fun then, I was going to use it for fun now.
Okay. Seems reasonable. More than reasonable. So, I really hope you're not at the starter base. Are you at the starter base? Is there assemblers near you?
No, I logged in earlier and made it past the 600K point. I'm to the west of Sunny, but east of you.
Okay, so I'd say go help Sunny. Because we're not at the edge of the map yet. Who's upset that NZXT has gone? Oh, look, I live in Australia, so I've never ever heard of them, but I do know that Linus Tech Tips, Linus actually used to work for them. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it's a...
Oh, they're gone?
They make good stuff.
You forgot about removing radars. What about removing radars? Down the center track. I leave the radars. Like, I'll either remove them with a command, or I'll actually remove them and have other people's bots deal with them after the fact. Because that way, if shit be left on the line, I can use a decom planner remotely. And I don't have to race out to the middle of, like, 455,000 where there's no train station anywhere near it to stop the train at the right spot to then probably run 500 tiles because I've overshot it to deconstruct one stupid train station because somebody sat on a train too fast and missed it on the way past. See, he wants us to fail. I do, because I really wanted to run the same map again, flipped. So we're going to go racing to the west. I was going to call it the Last Great Western. Even had a name. And I was going to do it over Christmas. Because I figure lots of people have holidays. And then lots of people go away. So it might work out that more people are on, it might work out less people are on. But I was also going to run it for probably 6 weeks, if not a month. Later, Eagle. Glad you made it to at least the halfway station. Stop dying would be my suggestion. Alright, Stinson. I'll catch up with you later as well. I wonder who's bellowing the Krakens then, if Stinson's gone. Dump that crap. Okay. Yeah, I'm only holding up one Kraken. It's fine. There's Peanut charging forward. And he said maybe I want to hit 666. Okay, well, that's alright. I'll take over marching the artillery forward. If I get out of jumps. Stupid game. Oh no, I'm fine. Quitting the game takes a long time. No. Undoing all the crap you had in RAM takes a long time. You realise that 666 is only like 1,000 tiles away. Sonny, right?
Yes, but I've also been at this for like 12 hours.
Spellmaster, hey G, you've been a long time. I finally have some time to watch Twitch. Look, I appreciate everybody who tunes in and watches stuff on Twitch. But one of the main reasons I put everything up on YouTube as well is because, honestly, I don't have the time for Twitch 9 times out of 10. I watch way more on YouTube than I do on Twitch, purely because it's more convenient for me and my lifestyle. Okay, so you try and go to that station. Come on, jumps. I'm going to knock you another 0.1 off the game speed. You still don't have your PC back. Socks. Has the world stopped exploding over there? Alright. Train, you're being stubborn. Pause. Nope, I'm going too fast. The gas line should be back to normal. Excellent! Because yes, I heard there was a small gas explosion or 500. Crap. I don't think that's going to run very well, is it? Oh, it's got batteries. Alright, I want a train there and there with nuclear fuel in it. Come on, game. Stop being such a pain in the ass. have that back. I'll have that back. I'm just waiting for the parts to get resent to the store. That's assuming the store didn't get blown up in the crossfire. Bye, Kraken. Is that all the bits and pieces I missed? Yeah, looks like it. That is a rather short train. That is actually one of the shorter trains. Apparently the US postal system doesn't consider explosions to be proper delivery conditions. I don't blame them sometimes, you know. So yeah, Spellmaster, because you're finally actually tuning in. So this is a Kraken, okay, which goes from here to here, which is about, I don't know, long. It's 30 locos, 195, 197, roughly, artillery wagons, with another 30 locos at the end, so it's double-headed. And they are really, really good at coming out to our front line and killing off... Where the hell's that train? Oh, yeah, here it is. Killing off biter nests with lots of artillery fire repeatedly. Does it crack the ground open and give you oil with all those explosions? No, that's what a Stinson Express is for. So a Stinson Express happens when Stinson says, when Stinson makes an artillery train, which is like a 2.8 or something, and I'm like, yeah, sure, make it bigger. So then he makes a Kraken. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then somebody makes the suggestion like, is it big enough? That would be 1,785 and 799 tiles long. It's not quite 2,000 tiles long for a Kraken. So somebody says like, is it big enough? Do we need a bigger one? And I'm like, yeah, we could do with a bigger one. And this is a Kraken here, coiled up. And then this is a Stinson Express, not coiled up because there's a chance it might have been deleted. It has been deleted. So you'll have to watch yesterday's video or my other video when I have a chance to actually put it up, edit it and put it up on YouTube. Although there is a clip. There is a clip of it firing from, not yesterday, but the day before stream. And it's just 1,000 artillery wagons long. I'll be blunt. It's 1,000 artillery wagons long. And it just clears everything for every mile in every direction. We want to put that train check back, that train check back. Give you some nice fuel. Let's put that in there. Hopefully that's enough. It's auto. Go train. You can do it. Manual. Delete that junction thingy. Put back on that bit of armor. That's flat as well. That one's flat. That one's flat. That one's flat. Oh, actually, that's fully charged. That's flat. Okay, so we're going to put that one on. With more power. Jump in there. Alright, we'll see how we go with rocket fuel. I think I clocked the Stinson Express around 8,000. 8,000. No, that's too fast. Stop, train. Stop. around 8.6 thousand tiles long. So a train wagon is 6.5 tiles long. So let's do some maths. Turn that one on. It was 1,000 artillery wagons, plus it had 120 locos at one end, 120 locos at the other end, and 6.5 tiles long per train wagon, which brings it in at 8,060 tiles, roughly. The shorter Krakens are 30 plus 30 plus, what did I say? They're 195. Multiplied by 6.5, 16 something long. Stocks is wrong. Close, but wrong. Come on, gang. Pick up all that crap. Take the fuel out of that because it goes too fast. And off we go again, which is going to accelerate too fast. Thought wagons were 7 tiles long. No, they're 6.5, because you put six inserters along, and then you have a gap for one power pole, and then the next one starts. So it actually makes them 6.5. Because if you got 2 wagons beside one another, that's 666, baby. There you go. That one's going to need a special station. Kraus was here. I give you permission to do train track art. Full spaghetti train track art. Okay, manual. Bye, Blooper. So, if you have 2 wagons beside one another, right, they each get 6 stack inserters, plus you have so 6 times 6 equals 12, plus you have a single stacker, a single power pole in the middle, rather. Right? No, I want that item. So yeah, 6.5. So you can work out train lengths really, really easily with maths, because obviously this game is very, very sure. So you should be using the ones in the game blueprint that says approved. Approved 4-lane expansion track. Meanwhile, it's best stream ever. We're just clearing off the train track. Why are you going too fast? Stupid train. You have 180% acceleration. That's why. Because you're still running on rocket fuel. Oh, wow. No, Socks. I can't do that sort of maths. So a train is n minus 1 times by 7 plus 6. Correct. Impurity. Yes, it is me, JD. It is me, JD, doing Factorio, Race to the Edge, doing the awesome job of cleaning train tracks. Like, all this crap needs to be deconstructed and loaded in the train. Slowly. Really slowly. Still
the
goes.
Unfortunate thing is, we're out of laser turrets at the front lines.
Oh yeah? Call another train up.
Okay. Honestly, not sure how to do that first time here and all.
There's one on the way. It'll be there in a little bit. I called it up to 20 minutes ago.
Okay, awesome.
Why is the bi-direction... That's why bi-directional stations never align. Correct, Stocks. 100% correct. Oh, it still does say Science Madness. How the hell do I change that in this stupid... Aha. Race to the edge. Update. There you go. Because we suddenly decided to swap from one to the other. Pretty much is how it ended up. And I didn't update it. So if you got one of those, and I renamed that to Z, which now should have lots of trains, and then I go to this one, and I rename that one to Oblique, and then I set this one to Z, you'll have a train come smack you in the head. What do we get off? Lasers. Does this train not have lasers? No. Where's the next train that doesn't have lasers? So if that train's low, it's not full. The trick is to have all the trains like going back, filling up, and coming forward all the time. Hang on. Empty my inventory of crap.
Got power at the end.
I cut power, did I? Ooh. Right there.
Restored.
Excellent. Didn't even have to get out of train. Bidirectional trains should work as long as trains use odd wagon links. Correct. But yeah, message Twitch, dude. Otherwise, that VOD will be there until next year. Really? Is it still going? I haven't had a chance to look. Is it still getting longer and longer? I could have a new record for the longest VOD ever. Browley something something. Yes, I'm removing turrets. If we do not remove turrets, the game lags out purely to turrets looking for something to shoot. Because actually that uses UPS. Actually, I think that's our largest UPS ever. Inactivity.
Hey, JD.
Uh-huh.
Can you throw together a little train and send him some lasers up front? That push train's quite a ways out.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I can do that. A D A. No, hang on. I want wrong train. JUAN. Inactivity. What's that? Chickens Run Wild. Chickens Run Wild is the station. Second condition. Come on, game. Well, it's a shame. No one is probably ever going to use an odd train length. I do it all the time. The bot base is full of even, odd, loop-based trains, roll in, roll out, whatever it's called, whatever that acronym is, row, trains, bidirectional, Chicken Run. Yeah, Chicken Run was a movie. Well, can somebody hit pause for like 200 jumps, please? And unpause. Second edition. And hopefully that's done. No, I can't do anything. The artillery is transfiring. Hit the pause button again. Alright. Maybe I can do it. I don't know. Nope. Oh. Unpause. Done. Train. Stop moving, train. So how no lasers to protect? Well, it's really easy. You absolutely kill absolutely everything, and everything, and everything, and everything, and everything, and nothing, till here, which is at 661,000 tiles, and I'm back at 608,000 tiles. So that's how you do it. You make sure nothing lives, nothing survives, everything be dead. Okay, so that's one. Put down one of those. So you just want lasers, guys?
Sonny was nice enough to donate some. I'm going to work on expanding the track. Although I don't
Not
have
enough.
nukes.
Lasers, he's got plenty of track. He should have, well, maybe some small poles.
Come on, game. Stop being difficult.
This train had wood and rocks in the laser, one of the laser cars.
Because somebody didn't bother to cap it, I bet.
I mean, it had a filter in it. It was just full of wood and rocks.
It shouldn't.
It was.
Filtered. It shouldn't. Killed by reload. Thank you for the follow. And again, a good name. I love good names.
I'm out for tonight, so see you later.
No problem, mate. I will see you tomorrow.
Before you run, got any nukes?
Every train carries 60 nukes.
This train's out.
Seems like you got here at the right time to have no trains. Okay. There is one train sent to Z. It only has 60,000 tiles to go. Automatic. Alright, back on the express train to nowhere, and clearing off the whole map. It's weird. You think the devs would allow users to pause the game during jumps? You can now. It was actually a feature of 16. It didn't exist in 15. But the problem is if I have this up on the screen, I can't get the escape menu because I press escape once to get rid of it, which doesn't work when you have jumps. So, yeah, small, small thing that's been slightly overlooked. So the bosses don't regrow expand. Keep in mind, I've only watched, and all they do mostly is building. So, yes, spiders do expand constantly, but we have these trains that make sure that they don't. It's called a Kraken, and there's lots of train wagons at the front, and then just artillery. Nothing but artillery. And then some train wagons at the other end. And they pretty much make sure that nothing ever expands. Because they sit on the lines and wherever the hell it's gone, here, and shoot everything until they run out of ammo, at which point they get sent off and a new one takes their place. And this one's still got 5k of ammo. Why are you not moving forward, train? Bow me picture. Okay. Now you're moving. Okay, so you don't have a station. You don't have a station. If I turn on these overlays, so if I turn on the debug, we can see that they are biters out here and they have expanded. And then the last half hour, we've gone from 1 biter base to like 6 or 7, which Stinson said he was going to fix and didn't. So I want to send. Oh, where are you going now? Mulgrew 999999. I don't know where that station is. There's a Yay Stinson station. Okay. You're not meant to play with these overlays on. Okay, so we're going to copy your orders, which go all the way to the end of the line. And we're going to send you the hell out of here. We're going to go forward to this train and paste them into there. And we're going to send you to Bally's my pick hero. Oh shit. What are you doing, train? Alright. My train. Stop. Too many trains. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Fill that wagon next. Cool. I'm good to go. No, into that wagon. Alright, I might have just desperately broken everything. So you're going to Bally's my big hero. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're doing, train. Never mind. Okay. I was wondering why it went through the intersection. It went through the intersection because people have added more of these splits further along. You, on the other hand, are going to go to... I have no idea where Mugroll 6699 whatever is. I'm going to turn those back on. And I want you to go to... I am different. I am different. Go.
I've realized something unfortunate. I don't actually have a rocket launcher.
Oh! Well, you should have asked. I had like 6 of them. Like the train wagon in front of me has got 4 in there.
Awesome. How far back do I have to go real quick?
610. So, what's that? 20 minutes, what, each direction? 15. 10. It's 75k in 15 minutes at game speed 1. So, probably 15 minutes each direction. Roughly.
Oh, well. Should that be something that's added to the starter crate?
There is one in the starter crate.
Weird. I didn't get mine when I checked, when I grabbed all my stuff.
There should be. At least there should be. I will say there should be. So these trains cover all those 6,000 tiles at times. No, we just push everything forward. Just hit the nick with a hammer or pickaxe, it will explode. Yeah, Impunity Zero's got the right idea. Just you know, set them off manually, one at a time. Yeah, I figure you just run out to the middle of the biter base and just like hand it to a spitter. That should do the trick. I'm sure it'll explode in your face and his face.
It does that with the nuclear reactors. I don't see why it wouldn't work with nukes.
Yeah, just run out and drop them on the ground and run away. If only it worked like that. Go train. Go train. Now Now the question is, do I wish to continue the stream for another hour doing another 10,000 tiles or not? And I think the answer is or not. Maybe after I charge all the power armors. So maybe a tonight stream. I'll do a cleaning the train tracks, one train track at a time, with JD stream. Train track. I'm with actual speed. No, that didn't make me go any faster. You don't get to decide that. We will force you to stay. I do get to decide that because if anybody wants any videos over the school holidays, I need to do something about them. And on top of that, I need to get this machine that Mojo sent me actually up and running properly. Properly. Do I have... Oh, I do have another train. You're in so much luck. Do I have another... Oh, I've even got another wagon. So is that all you need? Nukes? Or rocket launchers?
Yeah. He managed to give me like 50 nukes. I just don't have anything to fire him with.
Throw it at the bad guys. Still my vote. I watch VODs. I don't like YouTube these days, so I won't suffer. No, but you'll probably find there's going to be probably almost no VODs over the school holidays. Just because, yeah. School holidays, kids at home, everything. In theory, I'm 2 kids down for a week. Depending on when the ex-missus is actually working and if she's actually having children. But that's a whole separate story entirely. In the train, go forward. Set you to go to Z. Circuit condition. And send that train forth. New train coming up with 4 rocket launchers and some lasers.
Awesome.
And
Thank you very much.
that's at the pack station. Train going to Z for some reason. Okay. That train doesn't need to be there. And where's that artillery? Nope. Nope. There it is. It dealt with all the biter menaces. So we will do this before the stream ends, and I'll just make sure that like all the little friends down here are dead. I'll leave all the other ones. I just want this lot gone. Yeah, school holidays is a really bad time for me. So I've got a week left of life and then 2 weeks of lots of kids home. So this is how you hunt down biters. He's dead. They're dead. See, done. Problem solved. No more biters. Let's turn off those overlays again. Where the hell's that train going? Grab that train. I'm going to send that train right into Duke AI. Because I'm getting off and everybody else has good machines, so they shouldn't get jumps. At least that's the hope. Capital. Yeah, it's only Peanut. Peanut's got an awesome PC. So, where are you, Peanut? You've gone backward, have you?
I came back to meet you, then once you found out you had a train, I just started heading back to the front line.
Okay. Hello, JD. Well, there you go. I got a station named after me. Please tell me that's a vanilla train. I want that when I start to play. Yes, that is a vanilla train. That is 100% vanilla. Yeah, our artillery trains, you know, they clear everything for us. It's awesome. They just go through a lot of ammo. Repeatedly. And are very, 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 very frequent in doing the 2-hour trip back home and then back out again. But there are some interesting numbers, like damage dealt. That particular wagon right there's done 3 million damage. You know, a lot of these guys are into the 3 million mark. Oh, 2.7 at this hit point. 2.8. How about this end? 3.2, 3.1. There you go. Almost 3.5 million damage for that single artillery wagon. That's a lot of hit points taken out. Alright, I need to call it because, yeah, how big are ore patches? Oh, that's a good question. 118 billion. 145 billion, 135 billion. Look, this is a small one. The coal surrounding the copper is only 67 plus 9 plus 10, so 77 billion roughly. The ore is modded. I will give that. But this far out, they're ridiculous. They are like, you know, they are ridiculous. In saying that, you need like, it's 2 hours for a one-way trip. How much ore is a single tile? Like 4 million or something? 5 million?
It's closer to 40 on some of the easier ones out here.
Oh, hang on. I lost the number. Yeah, okay. 50 billion, 50 million for a tile. Giga is, that's a G, not a B. Yeah, giga equals billion. Yeah, G is for a billion. Learn your maths letters. But yeah, 50 million ore per tile. Like, get your pickaxe, start at a corner, start digging up just that one tile. That one tile at 25 million for one tile. You're going to be there for a while. And you're going to use a lot of steel axes.
So I send trains back to push load 1 whenever they need to be refilled?
Yeah. Yeah, you just put in a little switcher and then send them back to push load 1. So that one has train tracks, but nothing else. Correct?
Pretty much nothing else.
So I would manually drive it forward first, and then I put in a switcher. Yeah, let me see. Can I do it from here? There. Without that bit of track, because it makes it too long. And there. And then I manually drive it back a little bit, and then set it on its way. Just flick it to auto and jump out, and it'll do the rest. And then I always appreciate if people delete the little switches, because they're actually useless at that point. Because the chance of you sending another train on that switcher is little to none.
Makes sense.
And I have no idea how far back that other train is, but it's coming. English isn't your main language. So, G stands for billion. Don't know why. Not my problem. G stands for some other big, really large number, but we're never going to get there. At least not in Factorio. We'll get to the edge of the map first. Yeah. It probably would be a B. It appears the devs are using power UI units for production. Okay, that means nothing to me. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here because I need to build a computer and my throat is killing me. So I need to find something for it because if it's like this on Saturday for the GM8 event, it's going to be a pretty quiet stream. But yeah, scientific notation Dudo. The devs are using the kilo, mega, giga, tera progression. Okay. But a gigabyte is still with a G, not with a B, but sure. And Peanut's going to lose his eardrums. Only if you stand.
Hopefully not.
Only if you stand near the artillery. Okay, this one I'm going to watch. So this is how you clear out the biters. What's the next one they're going to target? This lot. There we go. Like, no FPS, because there's a lot of going on. But, oh, they decided to target something else. Alright, eventually they'll swing the cannons back to, there we go. Back to the south. This lot needs to die. And everything is dead. My throat is getting worse. Impunity, no. Artillery trains cannot shoot whilst moving. They have to be dead stop stationary. And they auto-target. I do have a manual targeter. So, I'm guessing you haven't played for a while. So, this is there from this artillery here to there is the targeting range we've got, which is about 500 tiles, give or take. When I pick up the manual targeter, there's another artillery train too close to the rear. Okay, so from this oil to out to where this red line is, if I pick up a manual targeter, which I can't really do because I've got jumps, but it blows out to here. So manually, way, way further. All right, everything is dead. Stream buffers. I'll watch another one for you. It just everything dies. Just. Impunity. Look, if you're just getting in artillery wagons and commotion socks, this is a brilliant reason why people should run odd length trains. Set up your trains with 2 engines, 2 cargo wagons for oil, ore, 1 artillery wagon, 2 more for ore, 2 more engines. And every single time they sit at an outpost and sit there and wait for all the inserters to whack ore into the cargo wagons, the artillery wagons will fire up and shoot every single biter base that's within range. They only kill biter bases. So you do end up with this, like all the biters being pissed off at the same time and all charging to come kill you and eat your face out. So there's that catch. Conk, no, this one's only got 2 artillery. 200 artillery, rather. You know, it still puts on a pretty show. And if it wasn't like a 20-minute ride away, I would have gone and sat beside it so I could hear it. But no, this is one of the normal, he says in giant air quotes, 200 artillery wagons long ones. This is one of the ones we've got like 10 of. and people just drive them around like it's blasé on this map. Because why not? You know, if you're going to do something, like go all out. Go all out. Have lots of fun. Oh, and that's the other wagon, you know, coming to get rid of all the biters. One at one end, one at the other. And they're just going to close this gap. And then they'll both move forward slowly as Peanut lays down lots more train tracks. Hey, Peanut, as long as you don't run out of gear, just literally place the blueprint and run out and build it. And those lasers
Fair enough.
do a pretty good job of clearing everything in the way. Do you have a manual targeter?
I do, but it was acting weird. It didn't show me the range around the artillery cannons. I got the little number to pop up next to the targeter, but it didn't show me the artillery range. I was wondering if there was permissions on it or something.
So that little number is how many artillery wagons can shoot at that one spot. And pretty much everything is in range. So my answer would be, you know, how far from the center of the map are we? We're at 600, well, right here where I'm looking is at 666,278 nine tiles. So yeah, Peter, if you build and then dump, I don't have the blueprint, dump the blueprint over it again to fill in all the gaps where the spawners were. And then yeah, you're probably going to have to do it again because there's still bits missing at the bottom. There we go. That looks almost complete. So then you'll see there's a behemoth worm at the bottom of, you know, just outside the laser range. Right. And just grab an artillery targeter and click on him 10 times. And then he goes away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And then 10 wagons decide to shoot him in the face, and he goes away permanently. Because otherwise they outrange your lasers. Right. Does this map go on forever or it will stop? How far can you explore the map if you shoot it straight east? 1 million tiles. Can I show my base? The base is boring. This is what happens. I say I'm done, I need to go, and suddenly chat comes alive and wants to know everything. It's not a radius, it is a square. It's 1,000 tiles, you know, from the center of the map up or down or left or right. But technically you could use the word radii, because you'd still be 1 million tiles across the diagonal, because you count tile to tile to tile, you still get a square. The technicality of maths. It's still left more. It's more left. For the record, I'm holding and I'm also dragging, click and drag, to speed up the scan speed. Oh, there's the base. Oh, that's where the Stinson is. I can't click on anything because it jumps, but yeah. It flashed up for a second. So, this is the starting base. Who want to know this? How far? Can you show your base? So, Spellmaster, this is the base. This is the starter base with our race to the edge sign. Come on, game. You can do it. Race to the edge, go that way. We got steel smelting, iron smelting, copper smelting. It's nothing special. Well, actually, it's really, really special. It's an OLEC. It's an OLEC smelter. They are super, super, super UPS optimized smelting setup. We got a green circuit. We actually have a very, very large dedicated radar build. Because, you know, we're also making explosives into explosive cannon ammo into artillery shells at a grand total of 1,000 artillery shells per minute, which get loaded into lots and lots and lots of passive provider chests, which then lots and lots of bots pick up and shove into lots and lots of Kraken trains, which is parked down here. And so that's a Kraken. That was a little 201 we were looking at. That's a Chimera, also known as a Stinson Express, which has 1,000 artillery in it. So that's our starter base area, I guess. We're going to oil up here. This has become our make everything, which was a science base and did sciencey stuff. And there's obviously still a Kraken at the Kraken Hospital, but it looks fine.
To make a point of how big the map is, that train you sent with the rocket launchers just arrived a minute ago.
There you go. They're small trains. No, I'm not going to click on it. I don't need to. I don't want to deal with it. So yeah, that's the. Down here we have the artillery making section. Over here we have the making everything else section of the base, being train track, lasers, power poles, power armor, because we go through a few of those, mainly in deaths, and your body only lasts on the ground for 15 minutes. So if you die, which happens, somebody else has to pick up your body within 15 minutes and put it in a box for you. Otherwise, it's gone, which is what happened to me last night. I died at 607,000 tiles, and the closest person was at 550. And they got to my body 1 minute after my body despawned. So they got there in 16 minutes and my body was gone in 15. So yeah. The game starts breaking multiplayer when the game gets this big. No, we really don't have too many multiplayer problems. Apart from... I don't even know if I can show it. I can... Not really. Apart from lots and lots of RAM uses. Have you used the Chimeras for blowing up biters? If yes, how much impact on UPS does it have? The Chimera, when it moves, adds 6 to the update time. This here. Let's look at a black bit. Trains go from 4 to 6. From 4 to 10. When the Chimera just moves. Forget shooting anything. Moving is the worst part. But yesterday's VOD. Yesterday's VOD actually has me taking the Chimera or Stinson Express right to the front line and shooting it for, I don't know, half hour. Colonel Will's old Mega Base. Colonel Will's old Mega Base basically did everything wrong. Very, very, very wrong as far as UPS is concerned. Don't get me wrong, it was epic, but it was all bad for UPS. Back when we didn't know as well as much, and we just wanted to build the way we wanted to build, and so be it. If the game slowed down to 15 UPS, it slowed down to 15 UPS, and we just kept playing. Nowadays, a lot of people won't play at less than 60. Will's map, you would think, was huge. His last playthrough with the Scythian deliveries was actually bigger in map area. Higa, thank you for the follow. Always appreciate it, mate. So, yep. Either way, It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was going to end early, but that didn't help because it's been 4 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. I will see everybody probably not tomorrow because I've been told we're not doing the Space Earth Madness Science thingy tomorrow. So it'll probably end up being Saturday for the GM8 event. Remember, it's 9 a.m. Sydney time, so good time to pull out your I don't know, Google and find out when 9 a.m. Sydney time is and swing by and say hello, because I have no idea what that event's going to be like. It's going to be interesting as always, but we're going to build a blueprint. Sounds easy enough, and beat the other teams doing it, who now could potentially start 12 hours after we've started. So we could start and finish before they even start. So it could be interesting because they've now decided there's going to be 2 different start times. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.